What if the secret to true leadership wasn't standing tall, but bowing low? What if greatness was found in serving, not being served? I'm Chris Moore, and this is Lead in 10, where we connect biblical principles to practical leadership lessons. They're always under 10 minutes. It's the night before Jesus is going to be betrayed. The disciples are gathered for what will become their last meal together. The tension is thick. Things have not been going well, and Jesus knows what's coming. The betrayal, the arrest, the cross. But instead of giving a final speech, he does something completely unexpected. Jesus gets up from the table, takes off his outer garment, and wraps a towel around his waist. He pours water into a basin and kneels at the feet of each disciple, even Judas, the one he knows is going to betray him. One by one, he washes their feet, a task reserved for the lowest servant in the house. When he finishes, he looks at them and says, "Do you understand what I have done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, and that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet." John chapter 13, verses 14 through 15 says, "If I then, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you." Jesus redefined leadership in that moment. He showed that true leadership is not about position, power, or prestige. It's about serving others. And he didn't just talk about it. He demonstrated it by doing the most menial, humbling task imaginable. As leaders, we're often tempted to think that our role is to be in charge, to give orders, to be served. But Jesus flips that upside down. He teaches us that real leadership is about rolling up our sleeves and serving the people we lead. So picture a CEO walking the warehouse floor, stopping to talk to employees, asking them how they're doing, and even helping to unload a shipment. Imagine a manager who takes time to personally mentor a struggling team member, not for recognition, but because they genuinely care. I can tell you from personal experience that putting on jeans and a t-shirt and going out and loading trucks, working underneath a truck, carrying boxes from one place to another, has greatly intensified the relationship and the loyalty to team members, to those that work around me, those that have worked for me. And I've had several that have been surprised, that I actually jumped in and helped because of what they had seen from their bosses, from their managers, from their leaders before. Now look, servant leadership isn't about a single act. It is about a mindset. It's the willingness to get down in the trenches, to do the work, to elevate others, even when no one's watching. Think about the fact that Jesus washed Judas's feet, the man who would betray him just hours later. That had to be a difficult act of service. Jesus didn't just serve those who were going to be loyal to him, the ones that he liked, the ones that he thought he might get something out of in the future. No, he served the one who would stab him in the back. What does that say to us as leaders? It's easy to serve the people who respect us, who are loyal to us. But what about the difficult team members, the one who criticize, who undermine, or disrespect us? They may do that out of habit because of things that they've seen. Maybe they have learned from previous leaders. If that's what it means to be a leader, that's what I'm going to mirror. But Jesus shows us that servant leadership isn't selective. It's consistent. It's serving regardless of how we're treated in return. So today, identify a person on your team who could use a helping hand. Maybe it's someone who's consistently struggling with a project, a difficult client, a personal crisis. Maybe it's your problem child. How can you step down from the leader's chair and serve them today? Think about the difficult people in your life, the Judases. How might God be calling you to serve them? Not because they deserve it, because it's the example that Jesus set. This is a hard one. This isn't easy. This doesn't come natural for us. So before the day's over, choose an act of service to perform for someone on your team. Could be something simple. Bring them a coffee. Help them with a project. Listen without distraction. Offer to answer the phones for a few minutes while they take a short break. Do it without expecting anything in return. And for you, write down one area where pride might be keeping you from serving others. And pray for the humility to lead like Jesus did by bowing low and actually serving people. If today's devotional challenged you to serve in a new way, share it with someone who needs that same reminder. And remember, true leadership is not about standing tall. It's about bowing low. Thanks for joining me on Lead in 10. Until next time, keep leading, keep serving, keep following the ultimate example. I'll see you next time.